What you're about to witness is my interpretation of what would be the Tumblr love child of Anita Sarkeesian, Chani Morris, and Zarna Joshi, also referred to as Pursed Lips McPuritan, Big Red, and the Humongous Lady. She is your garden variety extremist feminist. Hey babes. Today we're going to be reviewing the movie Logan from a feminist perspective, so buckle down fam, let's get going on cracking down on this patriarchal example of toxic masculinity. First off, disclaimer, I have never seen an X-Men movie before, nor read a comic book in my life, but I feel uniquely qualified to talk on this subject because, I saw the movie. Let's begin with the trailers. When I first saw the Logan trailer, I was both excited and disappointed because we were getting this female character thrown into the X-Men universe.
She's like you.
But she felt more like a token character, No true purpose, rhyme, or reason of her own as to why she existed. She's essentially the MacGuffin of the plot, and if that's not patriarchal objectification of women, then I don't know what is. I mean, where did this idea of a mini Wolverine come from, anyway? Her name is X-23, she was supposed to be integral to the plot, however the amount of speaking time she had within the trailers, it was just abysmal, honestly. So Logan has been out in theaters for a few weeks, and I went to go see it because I thought it was going to be about this cute little girl that I had seen in the trailers, with the added bonus of the huge jacked man person, the wolf guy with the knives and the butt and stuff. But no, we got this old white cis male.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
And this other old white cis male.
I focus on the pain.
Who I guess are supposed to represent the death of the old form of patriarchy, how useless women are, exemplified in the plot whenever Logan dismisses Laura as if she's not even worth his time because he's a big, strong cis male.
He needs our help.
You are
someone will come along.
Someone has come along.
It was essentially these really old men oppressing this young woman because girl is an oppressive term, because it infantilizes women. And this woman, she was supposed to be Latinx, by the way, because she came from Mexico and she spoke Spanish, but she was definitely whitewashed, if you ask me. And you should ask me. I know what I'm talking about. I've been to Texas and I have plenty of Spanish friends. Anyways, they were preventing her from getting the medical care that she needed, but, not your body, not your decision. Logan is the story of a whitewashed Latinx character who is escaping the white cis male patriarchy just to fall into the trap of another white cis male patriarchy. Can you believe it? Dumb luck, right?
And you could have it all.
For those of you who don't know about the Bechdel test, essentially it's when two named female characters talk about non-male-centric things on camera during the movie. And that's all you have to do to pass the Bechdel test. Logan technically passed the test. Technically, but only just barely. However, to me, it didn't necessarily feel like it should have passed the Bechdel test whatsoever. And, well, as we all know, feels before reals, right? So, because I don't feel like it passed the Bechdel test, that means it didn't pass the Bechdel test. Sorry, Logan, you didn't pass the Bechdel test. Furthermore, out of all of the characters, there are only 3 women who are named, and 2 out of the 3 women are murdered gruesomely, and that's just, honestly, that's disgusting. And oh my god, don't even get me started on the literal metaphor of toxic masculinity in this movie. You see, the violence and the senseless gore is literally killing the ugly old dudes slowly.
Real world, people die.
However, that's not even the tip of the iceberg. The extra people of color, and especially women in this movie with the exception of Laura, were all violently otherwise disposed of rather easily for the sole purpose of motivating the white male lead, Logan, to accomplish his goal. We never find out what happens to all of the nameless mothers of the mutant children. The helpless Mexican nurse is killed off, unceremoniously, off camera without any ceremony or anything. It's tragic, honestly. The black family that Logan, Professor X, and Laura are taken in by are slaughtered, all in the service of the movie's agenda. Can someone say women in refrigerator tropes, please? Now let's talk about how Laura is perceived as the prize to be won within this movie.
I need the girl.
What girl?
Go get her.
Both patriarchal sides were vying for her as they engaged in deadly and gory battles, riddled with needless death and destruction, and that's just not excusable. And to make matters worse, not only is X-23 the prize, she's also made to be the damsel in distress multiple times.
She needs our help.
I will make you hurt.
Logan is the one running off to save her as if he were her knight in shining armor, despite the fact that it is shown multiple times in the movie that she is perfectly capable of taking care of herself.
I will
There's this character named Gallivant, I think his name is, or whatever. He's albino, anyway. But guess what? You'll never guess. He's not played by an albino. Isn't that outrageous? Oh my god. There's so much whitewashing in Hollywood, it's ridiculous. Essentially, the movie Logan is the most sadistically, toxical, masculine, and patriarchal thing I have ever witnessed. True story. I didn't like the movie because of the amount of men there were. I feel like there should have been more women, because then it just would have made the movie a whole lot better by comparison. Why didn't Marvel gender bend any of the characters in Logan like they did with those stupid comic book characters, in their comic books? I mean, I never read any of them, but it seems like a really solid and progressive idea, and, it would do a lot to help dismantle the patriarchy. Anyway, good try, Hollywood, but you can do so much better. 1 out of 5 stars. Oh my god. Frack, it's so hot in here. Ah. If you guys want to see more of the redhead, feel free to say so in the comments.